Hello my beautiful people, you are welcome back to today's tutorial. How you guys doing? I love you friends for your support, and please, if you are new to this channel, click on the subscribe button there, and also please turn on your notification bell so that each time we upload a new video you will get notified. So guys, you have seen the turn already. So in our today's tutorial we'll learn how to cut and sew deep neck corset. So it's really simple guys. So what we have on our table excuse me, is our pattern paper, our fabric, our lining, and our net, our skin net. So guys, also have our interfacing, our wadding. So making use of a satin, so a combination. So let's quickly put all this aside. Actually, this is a student request. So guys, let's quickly place our measurements. Shoulder measurement into 2, though my paper is not into fold here. So it's 8 inches. Because I'm working with shoulder of 16 inches. So we'll place it. Shoulder to the bust point, 11 inches. Under bust is 14.5 inches. The waistline, that is the half length, is 18 inches. So for the shoulder slope, you come down by 1 inch because this is net we are working with. So the shoulder depth, the armhole depth, sorry, is 8 inches. The shoulder divided by 2. You connect it. So now I have to quickly find the midpoint and go in by 0.5 inch, or you go in by 0.7 inch or 1 inch, because it's net, so everything will relax when you are done stitching. So quickly connect it. So guys, our neck width now is 3 inches, neck depth 4 inches, so it's optional. So we have to clean and place our waist. That is 8 inches into fold is 4 inches. So I'll be adding same allowance while transferring to our fabric. So we'll connect it. So our waist bust radius is 3.5 inches. That's your distance from your bust point to your under bust. So you trace it this way. You extend your dart line. So we have to create our dart, 1 inch on each piece. So from the bust point, we came down 0.5 inch. The upper chest line, you go up by 0.5 inch. But for a plus size, 1 inch, so you have enough space for the bows to sit. So you connect it this way. If you have been following me, you should know how to draft all this, how to find your bust radius. Okay. So for the deep neck bustier, it's still trendy guys. If you have not watched it, just click on it. So this is a corset, deep neck corset. So because it's 2, that is net, so you have to be careful, because if you don't want your boots to be exposed, you have to be conscious of the allowance you place there. So I just went in 0.5 inch, okay? So by the time you open up, you're having 1 inch. So for the neck depth, you could decide to go into your under bust, even to your waistline. So it's just the bust radius now. I'm using to connect it now, okay? So I left that 0.5 inch that I went in with. Can you see? So now I can easily now go down to the neck depth I want to work with. Okay, just watch closely guys. Find your bust radius, that's distance from your bust point to your under bust. Then you connect to the neck depth. Your neck depth could be to your waistline, that's your half cut. So place it this way, but towards the armhole as 0.5 inch, because boots is fuller towards your armhole. Okay, so you connect it to meet your under bust, but for the armhole you go straight now. Okay, so I'm trying to blend it properly. Okay, connect it straight, ignore the first line to meet your armhole. So I'm working direct to my armhole curve. I don't want my boots to be exposed, so you connect it. I didn't go down towards the armhole area. Okay, so I just connect it straight. So blend it properly. So That is all, guys. So you decide to connect your neck depth to your half length, which is your waistline. I've said that before. But if you are working with nets, like your skin nets, you have to be careful. You could just go in with just 0.5 inch, so that by the time you open it up, you'll be having 1 inch in between your bows. Okay, so let's quickly now mark the data allowance. Okay, so we have to now quickly place our measurements. The bust measurement into 4 parts is a 10.5 inches. Okay, you connect it. So I will not be making use of the extra dart, so it's not needed. So for the under bust into 4 parts is 8 inches. Okay, so mark it. The dart replacement 2 inches. So the waistline is 8.5 inches plus 2 inches dart replacement. So the same allowance, I will add it while we are while transferring to our fabric for a better understanding. So we are done connecting it now. So for the neck, you decide to work with a bust point. If you are working with bust point, this is how you should connect it. So you have 3 options here. Okay, you could work with your bust point, under bust, or your waistline as your neck depth. It's optional. So that is all. So because we are working with tools, you have to be very careful because it stretches a whole lot. Okay, so that your bows will not be exposed. So now that we're done with that, we'll quickly now label it. This is our yoke. This is our bust point for better understanding. So for the cup area, we have part 1 and 2 is 2-piece corset, the under bust and the waistline. So let's quickly trace it out now. Then we'll move out to our back panel. So I'll be showing you guys detail on how to work on your back panel if you are working with zipper or lacing, but mine will be working with a zipper. Okay, so if you are working for a client, advise you work with a lacing. Okay, to make it snatchy. So I've traced the back panel and I can see. So for those that are working with zipper, you have to place your zipper allowance. You work with 2 inches, you work with 1.5 inches. So our dart, that is our bust span nipple to nipple. Trace it. The chest line, do the same. So because back is not busty, so we're working with just 1 inch, 0.5 inch on each part. So you connect it this way. So we subtract 1 inch because front panel we used 2 inches. So subtract 1 inch this way. So to trace our neck width, the neck depth is optional. Okay, so just connect it this way. Cut it out. So if you are working with zipper, your back panel is ready. Okay, so for those that be working with let's decide to work with v-neck. Okay, so the back neck depth is optional. I've said that before. If you are working with lacing, you start to go in 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So you mark it this way, you connect, but make sure your neck width matches with the front neck width. Okay, so your yoke now will go straight to the neck width. Can you see? So you will just cut it out, but mine, I won't cut it out because I'll be making use of a zipper. So let's quickly now cut out our front panel. So I won't make use of the bust point neck depth, but I'll make use of under bust neck depth. So you cut it this way. Cut out your yoke first, this way. So while transferring to your neck, your net, you only add 0.5 inch on the curve area for the same allowance. So you cut out your waist dart. So we'll also be adding 0.5 inch all round. I'm a bit slow here, yes, because I want you guys to have a better view. Okay, so cut out the dart. So you could decide to make use of a ready-made cup. Okay, you could decide to create your own cup using your wording. Okay, so it's optional. So this is, but if you're making use of a ready-made cup, towards your neck area, you will trim out your wanted part so that your cup won't obstruct your net. Okay, so the back waist dart, you cut it out this way, just 1 inch. So let's quickly now put all this aside and introduce our fabric. So guys, I want to quickly trace it out and show you guys. So guys, you can see we are done tracing it. Okay, for my neck, I add my yoke, I cut into two parts because I'm using to turn it. So I added 0.5 inch round, but towards my side seam I added 1.5 inches because I'll be using 0.5 inch to join my lining. Okay, so I want to quickly now add my interfacing to my lining, running to my cup. I'm not making the already made cup, but if you're making the already made cup, you can also do that. Trim out the unwanted part, as I said earlier, when you are done, so it won't obstruct your net or your neck area. So for the back, I am not making use of lacing. So I'm making use of zipper. If you're making use of lacing, you go deeper this way, you connect this way and cut it out. So I'm making use of a zipper. So I've already traced it out. So I'm just cutting this to show you guys if you are making use of a lacing. So this is how it should look like if you're making use of a lacing. So let's quickly now add our interfacing. But mine is zipper, you can see. I'm done cutting it out. So guys, we're done adding our interfacing. Okay, I've also joined my yoke. I've used to turn it over to our sewing machine to join our cups. So guys, you can see we are done joining our cups, our lining, our main fabric. So please make sure you give it a very nice press. You can see how cupped it is. So I want to clean and notch it round. So you could decide to top stitch, sorry. So I'm done now. So I've top stitch on the fabric, that is the main fabric, the Ankara part. I don't have a matching thread for the satin. So also have to join the center piece. Note we just use 0.5 inch same allowance. So for the neck depth, I've notched it. So I will still 0.5 inch to meet that part. You can see I'm done. I have to iron it open. Okay, so let's join this as well. So you can see we are done joining it. So this is our neck depth area. So you can see I'm done ironing it. You can see how elastic it is. If you are adding boning, You can do that, or you decide to create a bone casing for yourself, or do that on your lining. So guys, you can see we are done joining our lining. So it's time to fix our cup. Turn it this way. Make sure the dart line matches. So place it this way, stitch it, and stitch it to close it up. You can see we are done join our cups. Trim out the unwanted thread. See how relaxed it is. So add the boning if you wish to. I've said that before. Both trims, so you can do that. So it's time to place to attach our yoke. So before then, let's also join our cups. Our lining. So do the same, place it, let the dart line matches. So you can see lining is also joined separately, okay? So trim out the unwanted thread as well. So over to our yoke. Watch closely, guys. So I believe this is why most of us are here. So you place it this way to your neck depth, okay? Pin it down. Sorry, my camera is not well positioned. So pin it. So you will stitch separately, okay? So over to our machine now. Let me adjust my machine, okay, for a better view. So you stitch separately. So for those that have watched deep neck line bustier, okay, they'll have a better understanding of this. But if you have not, watch closely. You see the same method. So you stitch it this way. As you stitch, you adjust your net. So you stitch. So note we added 0.5 inch all round. Stitch, you adjust your net. So this is how you stitch. Don't pull. Yes, don't pull your net. You can only notch it. Okay. So you stitch this way to your armhole. Back stitch. Excuse me. So you can see how relaxed it is already. So excuse me, guys. You flip it this way. So you pick it as well to stitch, to place it properly. So you can see 0.5 inch. Okay, because you will use your same allowance to turn your lining. Okay, so that when you are done, everything will sit here properly. Okay. Place it properly. Sorry guys, my machine. You can see you don't pull your net, you only adjust it. So we stitch our armhole. So can you see how relaxed it is? We haven't iron it yet. Okay, you can see. So this is it. So it's time now to introduce our lining. Okay, but before you do that, make sure you cross check to make sure that your net is well relaxed. So flip it to the wrong side, trim out the thread. So make sure you give it a very nice press. Pull it this way. Okay, make sure it's properly relaxed. So this is how to fix our lining. Cross check. So now you pick it now to stitch direct to the 0.5 inch added now. Okay, so stitch, always back stitch. So you pull it now. That's right side facing the right side of your fabric. So stitch this way. So at this point you are free to notch your net if it's obstructing you. Okay, try to relax properly. Adjust it properly and stitch. So guys, please, if you are new to this channel, click on subscribe button there. Please share my videos. Please guys, if you find it interesting this video, click on the like button as well, please. So you notch your net, but don't pull. Back stitch. And you see, so cross check before you close it up. So for the other piece, I will do the same. Pick it, stitch as well. Back stitch. Notch your net, okay? Don't pull. So this part, most people do find difficult, yes, because you stitch and pull your net. At the end of the day, it's going to give you problem. Okay, so what you just do when you stitch to this curvy area that leads to your armhole, you notch so that your net will relax properly. Then you can stitch. When you are done, you notch it. Okay, trim out these wanted parts. No, trim them out. Everything will relax properly. That is all. So it's very simple, guys. So before you close it up completely, make sure you give it a very nice press. You can see. So for the side, I'm just trying to be sure that everything is in order before closing it up. So you can see. But advise you give it a very nice press, okay? I can't do that right now, so you can see how relaxed it is. I haven't ironed it yet. You can see how beautiful it is because I didn't pull my yoke. That is my skin net part. So notch it, trim out the wadding, those wanted parts. You can see that everything will be flat and look nice. Okay, so trim them out. They are not needed. So flip it in. Do the same on the second piece. Notch it all around. You can see. So to close it up now, right side of your lining facing your right side of your fabric. So you stitch. Note I added 1.5 inches. So I'm using 0.5 inch to join my lining. So always remember your same allowance. Okay. You see how beautiful it is. So we have to do the same on the second piece. Right side of your fabric facing the right side of your lining. Back stitch. So you can see, guys, it's very simple. So for the back, I've shown you guys how to achieve it. So guys, our deep neck corset is ready, as you can see. So I really have to go and give it a very nice press. So before then, make sure you use your aiming gum so that your line will not obstruct your net area. Okay, that's your yoke. So you desire insert your aiming gum, take it to ironing table and give it a very nice press. Okay. So for those that make use of cup, you place it this way, trim out the sharp edge, that is the curvy area, so it won't also obstruct your neck depth, that's your yoke. So my back, I've joined it. If I make use of zipper, you go in more towards your waistline, okay, it's by 0.5 inch. So for the hemming, that's your waistline, go in also by 0.5 inch. So by the time you fix your zipper, everything will relax properly. Okay, so join your shoulder, that is all. So guys, it's really simple. Okay. So please, if you find this video interesting, hit on the like button there, share my videos, share this video. I love you all. I remain Chill Living Signature. Bye for now.